Swizz Beatz and Timbaland's decision to sell Verzuz has fans split on whether they're selling out or paving the way. I'm Dometi Pongo, and this is MTV News Need to Know. On Wednesday, Timbaland and Swizz Beatz' virtual series Verzuz was sold to the video-making app Triller. This news comes less than a week after Jay-Z's Tidal was acquired by Jack Dorsey-owned mobile payment app Square, which also owns Cash App. There's a lot to celebrate here because both moves made big bucks for Black innovators and creators. Yet, it has left fans divided. Verzuz, which launched in April, was a groundbreaking way to give music fans something to look forward to who were holed up in quarantine. Verzuz battles are often the top trend on social, with each battle garnering billions of impressions and even evolved into a platform for Black politicians like Stacey Abrams and Vice President Kamala Harris to reach voters. And the dopest part about this was how it all came together organically. With Tidal, the people who created the art owned a share of the company. That's pretty rare in the music industry, which is known for exploiting artists. Both acquisitions acknowledge the contributions of Black entertainers and could be a long overdue step towards representation. But are there any downsides to selling off cultural IP? Some people think there might be. As part of the sale, Swizz and Timbaland are now large shareholders of Triller at large. And like Tidal, all 43 musicians who appeared in Verzuz will own a portion of the company. This is a huge step toward giving power back to artists like Patti LaBelle, Gucci Mane, Jeezy, Brandy, and Monica. While this isn't the first time that Verzuz has made money off of its popularity, selling it off completely has fans concerned, including this Twitter user who believes there's nothing worse than Verzuz starting off as an organic celebration of music between artists and evolving into a commodity sold to the highest dollar. Music executive Najee Grampus is conflicted with the idea of selling cultural IP, tweeting, "It kind of bothers me when a business builds itself on support Black businesses, then sells off the equity to others. Feel finessed out of my support for community." Some fans believe they're selling out altogether. We can't have to ourselves. Anytime we get something, we sell it to people that don't give a about us. Not watching Verzuz ever again. But this is the dilemma that Black entrepreneurs face. You want to be able to monetize the cultural equity and be credited for your influence. But what does that mean if that proposition puts your creations in the hands of a different community? Are we holding Black entrepreneurs to an unfair standard by requiring them to make socially conscious business deals, while white entrepreneurs aren't weighed down by this expectation? One entertainment lawyer tweeted, "Selling Verzuz to Triller is not selling out. We cannot conflate not scaling a business with being more pro-Black or down for the cause. Discouraging increased access and/or visibility for perceptions of racial allegiance is counterproductive." Both perspectives have some merit, but one thing is definitely true. Since so few Black entrepreneurs own and profit from the movements that Black folks started, when you finally get one or two ventures like these, you build an affinity for those companies, and seeing them sold off feels like a loss. But that sale could open the doors for future creators from marginalized backgrounds. And if there were more doors open, if making these moves were the norm and not anomalies, Black executives would have the freedom to make business decisions without this moral quandary. And maybe we finally get there through Swizz, Timbaland, and Jay-Z building new models, getting other Black creators paid, and making sure the mainstream knows what our cultural capital is truly worth. I'm Dometi Pongo, and that's what you need to know.